Okay, we're going to go over today different applications for a self-flashing window. Now, Diamond makes these, and inside the box what you'll have is different fins and stuff, but on the box itself you have the installation instructions on the opposite side. It gives you a rough opening for your height and your width. Inside the box is the window, which is this is a 3030 mill finish self-flashing window. You also have several different types of fins for different panels. The R panel, which is the 1 1/4 fin, is primarily used on the greenhouse units. A U panel, 3/4 inch fin, is used for a U panel wall. It also comes with flat fins for a framed opening and or if they're going to put it into the low of the wall. We have optional jamb trim, which all these windows have that, and what this is once you install the window, it snaps on the outside to cover up your caulk line and your screws. We're going to install a 3030 self-flashing window into a greenhouse today. So what you want to do is, because this is a R panel, you want to use an 1 1/4 fin that conforms to the panel. The fins slide in the side track. Now, what you want to do, once you start that fin, you want to slide it down. Exactly. We'll line the fin up with the building after we get done. Now, once you have the fin in, pick your window and set it on the ledge. What you want to do is you want to line up your R panel with the fin. So what we're going to do is we're going to put 2 screws up on the top to hold the window in place while we put this stuff in. Once we have the first one, we'll take it and level the window to the building so that the R panel fits right over top of that fin. Once we have a couple screws to hold the window, Mueller supplies these supports to go into the window to give it a stiffness and actually pull the sheets to something. So we're working on this one side. What you do is pull the panel back and slide it all the way down, so that matches the top of your panel. Once we have that panel and support in there, you have a lower sheet. Now you can put this on before, which sometimes is easier, but this seems to work out the easiest. With 2 people, put that panel from the outside up underneath. Once you have that lower panel in, you just line everything up. Okay? Once it's lined up, what you can do is run 2 screws up inside. I've got this held in place. The other person on the inside, in the lower of the panel, up at the top of your cross piece, we want to run 2 screws in the bottom of the window. And what that'll do is that keeps you completely lined up. And what you have to do is somebody has to hold pressure against that sheet because there's nothing other than a sheet to hold on to. Okay, once we run the screws on the top to hold them in, we slip the bottom panel up in there. What you're going to want to do is have somebody on the inside putting a little pressure against where you're going to screw the fin through the panel into the back support. Okay, once you have that, this side is pretty much on. So what you can do is you can start stitching all your screws across the base. The bottom panel's in. We're ready to put the next panel on. So what we do is we're going to run some screws across the bottom, making sure everything's staying level. Leaving the end open so that you can get the other support back behind your sheet, forming with the panel. Then we'll get another panel. Now, the weather stripping and caulking it, you do that once you finish getting all the sheets done. This is pretty much the application for putting the window in the greenhouse. Okay, see now we've got the wall finished now with the window installed. We're going to go back to the option jamb trim. What this does, this makes, it covers all your caulk and your screw lines. What you do is you slide it up in the side to where it's at the top of the window and pull it in. It snaps in. But once you're done with this window, it makes the window look more symmetrical and covers all your caulk and screws.